Welcome back to the Fitness Show, brought to you by UFC Gym Santa Clarita. My name is Ellen Como. We're talking about how obstacles are opportunities. And I kind of shared a little bit of my personal obstacles that I've had leading up to, 2016 was a whole host of obstacles, and how I kind of decided to look at each one of them as an opportunity and do something about it. Now we're moving into January, and wow, it's starting off amazing, I have to say. But after all of those things happened that I talked about in the first half of the show, I had a day where I went really deep. I mean, I went down. It's like everything hit me at once. Like I was just traveling through, looking at every obstacle, trying to look at every opportunity, trying to stay positive, trying to be able to be inspirational to myself and everyone around me, making sure I wasn't becoming an inspirational burden on someone. I think if anyone's ever done that, you know what that means. But thank God I have a base of friends around me that love me so much. They actually allowed me to have these moments, and they listened to me. But I went pretty deep. I mean, it was scary. It was the moment where I was like, why am I even here on earth with all this just hitting me, one thing after another, after another, after another. And I kind of went into almost a major anxiety attack, because it was like all those months and all those things that had been happening that I had been traveling through so positive reared their ugly head like this big monster and just kind of said, who are you fooling? Who are you trying to fool that this is all positive? It was just a life-changing moment. And I walked through it. I reached out to the people around me that I trusted the most. I was honest with them. I kind of, I cried, I screamed, I did whatever I needed to do, and I let it all out. And then I had about 3 or 4 very, very quiet days where I kind of went dark. I went to work every day, and I taught my classes, and I made sure that every single person in that class got the best workout they possibly can. But I stayed very, very personal to myself, and I kind of shut myself in for a few days. That isn't such a bad thing every now and then, because every now and then we have to become still, and we have to become quiet. And we also have to be able to look at how low of a pit that we feel like we're in. So we need to know the size of the pit so we can figure out how to climb out of it, right? So if I'm just trying to stay in a complete place where I'm in complete denial about where my moment is, how do I ever climb out of that pit? That obstacle was a lot bigger than the one that I'm going to fly over on a track. That obstacle was the bleachers. How do I jump over bleachers? That's how big it looked to me at the moment. So, what do? You ponder, right? You get smart. I'm not going to be able to jump over those bleachers, and I know that. But what I can do is figure out how to climb over those bleachers. So how did I do that? By kind of going dark, removing myself, going out there, taking care of my daily life responsibilities, and then going into my home, cuddling my little new Apollo and my 15-year-old dog Hercules, putting on a movie or not, picking up my favorite book, which is the Bible, and reading it, picking up a couple of my favorite authors, Les Brown, a couple other favorite ones, reading books. I got very quiet, very still to myself. My friends were getting worried about me. My mom even told me I needed a therapist because I'm not getting out of the house. And I said, Mom, I'm open to therapy, but at this point, this is not one of those moments where I need therapy. This is a moment where I need to be still, I need to be quiet, I need God, and I need to just be able to kind of take in everything that has happened. So if you're ever in those moments where you feel so overwhelmed, my first advice to you is to reach out to the people that you trust. Now, if you just have one person, that's all you need. Do not reach out to people that are toxic. And that can happen. Sometimes, because we're so vulnerable, we'll reach out to anybody who's there for us, and they'll make us feel worse, and we feel very uncomfortable after we talk to them. There's a difference when a friend delivers you a message from a place of love, or if they deliver you a message from a place of toxicity. You need to be able to know what the difference is. So I was lucky enough that I had my friends that delivered nothing but love to me and messages of love. And those are the only people that I kind of let in my inner circle at that moment. What happened? In about 4 or 5 days, I just woke up one morning and my heart was so filled with joy, happiness, and such I can't even explain the joy of what's in front of me, and a decision that I made that 2017 is going to be the best year I've ever had in my life. It was a decision that I made. So those are decisions that you can make as well. And if any of you listening to the show right now are struggling with that moment where you're just feeling so overwhelmed and you don't know what to do, and you've been hit with so many things over and over and over and over and over, and you don't know what, I don't even know what to do at this moment. And why am I even here on earth? What is my purpose? Is my purpose here just to be like a punching bag? Is my purpose here to be just there for all these negative things to happen to me? I'm going to ask you to look at your obstacle as an opportunity. That obstacle is there for a reason. Is that obstacle there for you to launch higher than you've ever been? Usually obstacles will come to us in order to get us to move in a different direction. Either we have to go over them, or they're as high as the bleachers and we have to figure out how to climb them. And I read a quote a long, long time ago, and I believe it was actually in a Kenny Loggins book. And he said, pain is the largest motivator to get us to change. So sometimes our pain needs to be very, very big in order for us to want to make changes. Otherwise, we become very complacent. When you become complacent, you can become very depressed. Boredom, you'll call it boredom. Boredom is complacent. So every time your life gets into a place where it's complacent, what are you doing? You're like static water. What does static water do? Right? Gosh, things grow in that static water that are never healthy for us. The kind of water that we want to drink is water that is continually flowing. That is what's bringing life into us, and breathing life into us is water that is moving. Movement. We are not meant to be on this earth to stay in one place all the time. Now, as there's moments in your life that you're going to have to be complacent. You're going to have to be still, just like I took those days. You're going to have to go in deep inside yourself and find out, what am I made of? What is my purpose here? You have to be very open. Reach out to the people that you love that are around you. Be authentic with it. I see a lot of people walk through life. Hey, how are you today? I'm fine. It's like, oh my gosh, your whole world's falling apart, and they're looking at you going, oh, I'm fine. They're not saying, yeah, I got this obstacle and I'm making an opportunity. They're in just complete denial of, I'm fine. And it's like this little rehearsed, little 2 words that they say all the time. And I want to look at them and say, baby, you don't have to be so strong. What are you doing? Look at me and tell me what's really going on here. If there is an obstacle and you're having trouble climbing over it, share it with me. Maybe I'll have another perspective. And that's another thing that's really important. When you have an obstacle in front of you, you have to be able to be willing to hear other opinions. You have to be willing to hear other perspectives. That doesn't mean you take them on, but you need to be able to hear them. Because one speck of what they might be saying might be true and might help you. One speck, that's it. So I just want to reach out to all of you and say, decide to make the year 2017 your best year ever. Make that your choice and find out what are the things, what do you want out of life? What is it? The one thing we're all going to say is we want to be happy. You know what? We make ourselves happy. And that's just, nobody else is going to make us happy. And if you're not happy and you win the lottery and you have $1 million tomorrow, you're still not going to be happy. You're going to have to be happy in the place that you are. And then everything as it comes to you is just going to be gifts, special little blessings that come along the way. It's almost like if you're walking in a field. Now you're on that trail and you're feeling really nice. Gosh, it's perfect weather, blue sky, there's clouds. It's a wonderful day. And you're walking along, you're thoroughly enjoying your walk. Now you're going to go through some maybe fields that don't have any flowers or kind of dried out. Well, that's okay. You're not feeling any different because it's brown. And then you're going to, all of a sudden, there's lush, right? There's greenery because you're getting a little closer to that waterfall. And there's plants and there's flowers. Now, are you feeling any different? Really? No. You're still as happy as you were. You're just enjoying a prettier scenery. And then you get to the waterfall. That's like what you've been climbing to get to, right? You're climbing to this waterfall. Now, when you get to that waterfall, is that going to make you any happier? Or is it just going to give you something to look at that you feel really good about? One, because you made it to the waterfall and you walked through the brown, you walked through the flowers, you walked to the waterfall. But on that journey, were your emotions really changing that much as far as happiness? No, it's the same. So you decide to be happy or not happy. That doesn't mean not feeling the pain. I mean, I felt the pain. When Mackie passed and went to heaven, I felt the pain. I cried so hard, I didn't think I could cry any harder. I cried so hard, my heart was hurting. I still, like I said, I cry every day. The day is not over yet. I will cry before I go to bed tonight, probably. Otherwise, I shouldn't have spoke that out loud. I did, but it just happens. Those are things that are real. Those are all real. Those are things that are really happening. But how do I choose to walk through that? Gosh, now Apollo, this little perfect angel, 5-pound dog, put in my arms, and he is the world's perfect dog. He truly is. He's lovable. He's funny. He's everything that anybody would want a dog to be. So out of complete tragedy came something really special. Out of my accident, when my nutrition was average, now my nutrition is like above super. So I have that now. I have more compassion for people starting an exercise program than I ever have. I would want to tell you I've always had that, and I have to a point, but never to the level that I have right now. And I'm so, so blessed that I have that ability to feel that. And now 2017 is going to be a year where I can really sit back and I can really dive in and I can really start to create the life that I've been wanting my whole entire life. Because now every obstacle that comes to me, I'm going to be able to look at and say, where's my opportunity here? What am I going to do with it this time? What is that opportunity going to look like? And so the obstacles are going to take on a new meaning. And as soon as they do, the little tiny obstacles are probably going to slide by with me not even knowing that they even came. And my obstacles, because just like a hurdle or just like a high jumper, as I get more experienced and I am getting better at it and my technique is getting better, even though the obstacles might get a little higher, I'm going to have the technique. I'm going to have the experience to be able to soar over them no matter what. Now, those bleachers, maybe one day I will be able to soar over those bleachers in a single jump. That might happen. But it all happens by how I'm looking at it. How do I see it? It's the way you look at things. Some people stay right in the problem. I don't know what to do. I haven't slept in 3 nights and I still can't figure out what to do. I just don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about it. I can't fix it. I can't fix it. You know what? Sometimes you can't fix it. I could not fix Max. Sometimes you don't have the ability to fix it. You accept it. You feel it, and you look towards the opportunities that are coming of where you're going to be able to. I could not love Max on this earth any longer. He was not here to love. But what I can do is to love another little doggy that is here on earth that needs my love. Now, do I sit there on my sofa crying for 6 months over Mackie because I can't have him? No. Do I wish he was still with me? Yes. He's not. He's in heaven. But what I can do is little Apollo, who needed love so badly, now I get to give him that love. So what a gift that I got to give to Apollo. And can I tell you, the gift that I give to Apollo doesn't even compare to the love and the cuteness and the laughter that he has given me. And that's the way you should kind of look at life itself. When you're looking at life and you have these obstacles that come up, instead of saying, oh gosh, what do I do? Look for the opportunity. Look past that hurdle. So I promised you I'd give you homework. And my homework to you is 3 things today that inspire you. What are those 3 things? I want you to write them down, and before you go to bed at night, I want you to look at the 3 things that inspired you today. And before you close your eyes, I want you to keep thinking about all 3 of them and what they mean to you. And how is that going to change your life tomorrow when you wake up in the morning? And when you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to notice that those obstacles, that things that might come up, instead of looking at it and going, oh God, here it comes, instead, I want you to look at it and say, oh my gosh, what a blessing. Okay, yeah, this is an opportunity. What can I do with it? Kind of look at it with that mindset. And I want you to try it. And if you are a student and you're doing homework tonight, I want you to find 3 inspirational things in the books that you are reading that you can pull out that you're learning and what you're learning today. Because I have someone who's taking an exam, and it's even math. And I said, okay, you know what? I want you to find 3 inspirational things in that math homework you're doing today and write them down. 3. And she's looking at me like, what? How can I find anything inspiration in math? Well, you've never looked for anything inspirational in math before. Maybe if you look for something inspirational, it might, all of a sudden, the spotlight is going to show. It's how you see it. So let's be really careful about how we look at things. And let's start our 2017 off right, looking at every obstacle as an opportunity. I'm going to be right back. This is Ellen Como on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to the Fitness Show, brought to you by UFC Gym Santa Clarita. My name is Ellen Como. And I also, last thing about making your obstacles opportunities is to create a group of people around you that are like-minded. And with that being said, this show is made possible by UFC Gym of Santa Clarita, and I want to talk about them for a minute because that is a full group of people that are like-minded along with me. We truly believe in training different, and what that means is our gym is a lot of classes, but you can work out on your own. The kickboxing, boxing, we have a DUT class, which is an ultimate training class, and it's kind of a CrossFit class. We have my class, which is muscle makeover, kind of mind on muscle. I know there's a morning class that everybody absolutely loves. There's a 5 a.m. and a 6 a.m. class, and a girl named Robin, she teaches that. She's an amazing teacher, so if you need to be up early, that's where you want to be, right? 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and you won't even know you're up early because she's so inspiring. So great classes. And then Vanessa and Dermont. I could go on and on about the different trainers that we have, and Asia, who I always want to get on the show because she is completely such an inspiration. And I would love if she was on my show. I think the only word I'd ever have to say throughout the whole entire hour would be, She's such a talker. That's what I love about her. We have such a great staff over at UFC Gym Santa Clarita. Our classes are complete quality all the way around. Each and every one of us stays in our lane line. We only teach what we know and what we're good at. So if you're at a boxing class, you're going to be with a boxing instructor that has boxed in the ring before. This is not someone that, they're a boxer. And if you're going to be with a kickboxer, they've kickboxed in the ring before. If kickboxers kick in a ring, I don't know what they do. I don't know that much about them because that's not my lane line. And if you're going to be with the ultimate training class, you're going to be with someone that's actually in MMA, that's teaching you, that has MMA fights. I mean, all of our instructors are actually living what they do. Vanessa, who is our cycle instructor, Lisa's a cycle instructor, Robin, they're all 3, they are cycle instructors. That's what they do. That's their lane line. That's all Lisa does. Lisa does a lot of things in life, but as far as in the gym, that's her passion. That's Vanessa's passion. And then her husband, Lyndon, Vanessa's husband, Lyndon, does our DUT class, and he does more boot camp type style. That's his lane line. That's what he's amazing at. I do a muscle makeover, mind on muscle. I kind of talk to you and teach you and talk you through your muscles, what muscles are working, how is it supposed to feel. I'm like the form lady of the gym. You come to me, you get your form right, and then you can go into any other gym, any other classes, and you're going to be able to do their classes without injuring yourself. The other coaches always say when people come out of my class, it makes their job just a little bit easier because I've gotten your form down first before you go out there. Another reason I like UFC is it's just when you walk in the door, you're going to find out why I love it. It's a beautiful gym, beautiful facility. So check out UFC Gym. It's in the parking lot right behind House of Pancakes, right across from the theater in Soledad Canyon. And it's just a beautiful, I should never call a gym a beautiful gym because that sounds so girly, but when you walk in, there's our octagon. The MMA octagon is right there to greet you at the front door. So clean. That place, they keep so clean. And they have classes that are running all the time. If you go into UFC Gym of Santa Clarita on Facebook, you can find out what's going on, when our class times are. You can come in for a pass. So you have 5 days to come and try us out for free. And I recommend that if you do that, you try every single class, because try different instructors. Don't just take the same class all week, because you really want to see what our gym has to offer. Right now, a lot of people are on the 2-a-day deal, where they're coming twice a day, especially if they have those 5 days free. They're like, I'm going to come twice a day if I only get those 5 days. So they come in and use the gym twice, and they try the different classes. That's great too. I know there's a challenge going on that you can check out. We have an app now, UFC app, that you can go and put right in your phone, so that's how it makes it a lot easier. And I'm really, really feeling blessed that I get to be part of that family. It is a family, and if you walk in the door, you get to be part of our family. We truly know. We're going to want to know what's going on in your life. We're probably going to know your kids. They have great kids classes. The kids classes, I believe, go to 13. And Asia, she is our kickboxing instructor, but she's also in charge of our kids club. And I have to say, I love watching her and the kids walk through the gym. She's like the Pied Piper, and they're just all happily just running behind her. She is amazing with those kids. And even when our other instructors or coaches get involved and help out with the kids love them. They're so attentive to those children, and they're teaching them positive things right from the get-go. And with a positive mindset that I kind of talked about today, each and every one of our coaches has that positive mindset. They don't look at obstacles. If you're a fighter, if you're a boxer, are you going to look at every obstacle and not see it as an opportunity? I mean, my God, you're getting hit. If you're a kickboxer, same thing. I mean, this is how they are bred to be able to see every obstacle as an opportunity, or they wouldn't be able to be there in that ring. So we have a group of people that are positive, and when you come in the room, it's not going to be the aggressive, we're going to squirt you if you don't do what we say to do. It's very inspirational. You get lifted. Some of our coaches are a little bit tougher than others, and that's what gives you that opportunity to kind of pick out who you like. Some of our coaches are a lot more fun than others. I'm very, very technical, but we also can have a lot of fun in my class as well. Some of them are going to be more fun. Some are going to be technical. Some of them are going to be more hardcore. And what that does is that gives you a variety of classes that you get to choose, where you can walk in, your husband or wife, and your kids can all walk in, work out together. You can get it done. Your kids aren't being shoved in a little room somewhere and you can't see them. You can see your kids the whole time. You can see the look on their faces as they're learning how to get fit as well. So there is so many good things going on there. Tomorrow night is our member appreciation night, but we love to have new members come on Thursday nights on our member appreciation night. So just come by tomorrow at any time you want to, and even if it's on a Friday or a Saturday, we'll show you around the club, give you a pass so you can try our classes. If you are looking to get in shape this year, that's definitely the place to go. If you're looking for the nutrition that I was talking about earlier when I was talking about my accident and my nutrition, you can go on my Facebook, Ellen Greenberg Como, and you can see for yourself the pictures of what I look like right now while I'm traveling through this journey of just really getting back in shape again. So, and what it looked like. And I got to say, it's not going to look like I got back in shape. Even though it's my own body, I can say that because it's not me. It's a nutrition I was using that really was able to keep my body up to the level that it did. So I was very, very blessed to have that. Still haven't been able to film my videos though, which I want to get out for everyone because until I get released completely from all the doctors, I can't do that. But eventually, and I'm thinking of maybe having somebody else do the videos and I can film them so you can have my workouts in your home when you can't get to the gym. But if you can get to a gym, or you're not involved with a gym, or you're looking to get in shape and you're looking to lose weight, UFC is a great place to come. You're not going to feel intimidated when you walk in the door. We're not a gym of people where we're all staring at each other. We're all there to motivate each other. My class is amazing at motivating each other, and I notice that with every other class, that we really do have a family that we're building, a family that is building a healthy lifestyle for everyone that walks in the door. So we have that going on. So UFC Gym of Santa Clarita on Soledad, and it's behind the IHOP. It's in the same parking lot as the library. It's across from the movie theaters. So it's right behind Everest Burgers, which has like the best burgers in town. But hint, hint, they also have really good soup there too. So I know there's a lot of flus and colds going around. For that, On Guard and Digestion by doTERRA essential oils are going to help you with that. So reach out to your doTERRA person that you know, and you can find that on Facebook. I want everyone to have a great week. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye-bye, everyone.